Okay, this part is just for fun. I want to mint some of my favorite Unsigs, and I just want to talk you through some of the art here. So I've been playing around with this because I can, and I've been saving some of my favorite results. The only change I made to the original code is I got rid of the word unsig in the file name that it's saving down here, so that each of these will just save as the number that I want them to be. And I'm going to put the prefix 914, September 14th, on the beginning of each of these, and then some numbers. And yeah, so what I did is I went and I said, okay, like what if we used big multipliers? What would that do, right? And I generated that code. It makes a file. And, that's kind of interesting. So there's one that I thought was pretty neat, just with an image that we all kind of know, but a lot more lines. Okay. And I can go through this one, similar thing, but instead of using CDF, I used normal and 5 props instead of 2. Still sticking to one color I found gives you these textures in a very interesting way. Whereas if you were mixing the colors, you get kind of overlapping lines, and to me, it's not as interesting. So let's see what this one does. All normal, save, print, and we get, yeah, there it is. I love this one. This one I can almost see it moving when I look at it. Like it's one of those optical illusion things where the lines are moving. And I'm hoping this is something that if anybody ever wants to do this collaboratively, if you do have ideas you want to throw around, let's play. So this one, actually similar idea to the last one, but just with 6 props. And what did I do? Yeah, I started at 40 and divided in half each time. Here I divided the multipliers in half each time, just starting at 20. And I just wanted to represent each of the 3 main colors with one of these big images full of lines, right? I actually don't like that one as much as this one. I think the lines here are really beautiful, but on my screen, this one doesn't look as good, but still kind of fun, kind of neat to see that motion. All right, then I started playing with just other fractional multipliers. So 3, 0.3, and 1.65. Let's mint it. I shouldn't say the word mint. All I'm doing is I'm creating the image. We're going to get to the minting in just a second. Let's see what that one looks like. So I was really fun seeing what these irregular numbers, right? There was such regularity in the original edition. And it was just so much fun to go in and mess around with numbers and start to see these lines. Like, I'm loving this. You don't have to watch this right now. I'm just having fun with the promise of live minting a few of these, right? More decimal points, all multiples of 0.9. This one we stuck to the CDF and got some lines once again. Pretty. All right. This one I started at 6 and divided by 2 each time. But this time I changed the colors. So you're going to see what I mean from a few minutes ago. I think. I'm trying to remember all these off the top of my head. I know they were fun to make. Oh yeah, that one's just a lot of lines. Actually, I really like that one too. Oh good. I'm glad I saved these ones. You see? Some favorites. And I know, so like this video, I'm just doing this just for the fun of having something to accompany what I'm throwing out there. But I think another fun video would be for a bunch of us just to get together and try to compete to make something beautiful. So if anybody wants to do that, I'm down. We could playground some unsigs. There's some horizontal lines heading towards the horizon. Cool. More 3s and 0.3s and 1.65s, just different colors, changing the colors a little bit. Create that one. Take a look. Yeah, I love this like pale yellow. I'm really having a fun time. Somehow these colors work together for me. All right, what's this one? And this is the beauty of it, right? Once this environment is set up, it's a toy. It's so much fun to play with. Let's see, number 9. Oh, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Vertical lines. Some of those, are those pastels? I'm not really sure. Print. 2.5s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 2.5s and 2 2s, and then green, green, red, red, blue, blue. This gets into some of the, these were some of my favorite of the original edition. I noticed following this pattern of consistent numbers in the multipliers like this, 4 of one number, then 2 of another, and then 2 colors, 2 colors, 2 colors, and then alternating rotations gives us something that should look familiar to you, right? But what I did is because of using 2.5s instead of 2s, the lines are just a little different, and we have more layers, okay, some stripes. And so then I went and I played with that a little bit. This one's pretty similar. I think I just reversed the colors. Yeah, I reversed the colors, just used a different alternation with the rotations. Slightly different result. There's something about these shapes. I don't know. These are some of my favorite of the real edition of Unsigs, so I just wanted to play with it a bit and see what happened. And this time I went down to 1.5 instead of 2. See what this one looks like. Okay. Just a couple more. I think I made 17 of these. Yeah, switch the colors by changing the order of the colors so the way they layer is differently, right? But there's such texture in these to my eye, right? So this was green, green, red, red, blue, blue. Same thing here, which gave us the yellow and blue. This one was blue, blue, green, green, red, red. And then this one I did red, red, blue, blue, green, green. Let's see. Yeah. And so a lot of these colors probably look familiar from the original edition, but it's fun just to be kind of playing with the shapes a little bit, tweaking the shapes. This one's probably not different enough, you know? Oh, here I lost a line. This one's missing the rotations. What if I just use those again? Red. Is this the same? Oh, this one I used 3.1 instead of 1.5, right? So it's actually the same as the last one, but those first 4 properties are bigger. The first 4 multipliers are bigger rather than smaller. Take a look at that one. Right? And so as that multiplier goes up, you get these, you get more regions. And so, right, here's where we could tinker. What if I changed all these 3.1s to like 10s? Right? And we print that instead. It's just going to replace the last 941015, right? Kind of neat. It's cool how the curves flatten out as they approach the center. Yeah, I'll keep that one. Let's make this one a little bit more unique from the original edition. Okay. And what if the last 4 numbers are all the same instead of the first 4? What would that do? Let's try it. So that's replacing 014. Yeah, I like that texture. Okay, I'll keep that one. Very cool. Yeah. Cool. All right, so now I have to go back because I'm going to use this document right here to actually add the data to the metadata. So let's grab that one and replace it here. And then this is the one where I just changed all the 3.1s to 10s. So that's an easy change. Okay. And then these last two, I just thought these last two were beautiful, so I kept them. And next time I explore, this is where I want to pick it up. So this one will look familiar enough, I think. Right? So, I think you might recognize these shapes, but it's starting to have a little bit of irregularity here, and I was loving these colors. I'm probably going to print this one for myself. And number 17. This was my favorite one that I discovered so far by screwing around. 5 props, all 0.8 multipliers, except the last one is twice that. Alternating rotations, all CDF. And I forget why I chose that. I think I was just tinkering with color combinations. But the asymmetry on this one, I was kind of thrilled by it. Now that I'm talking it up, it's probably not going to be that sweet. Yeah, there's something about this one to me, like the wave. I don't know. I love it. Anyway, this video is not part of the main starter kit, but I wanted you to know that these came from somewhere. And I do think having a live workshop where we play around with the parameters and kind of talk it through and dream things up could be fun if anybody ever wants to. Maybe it's already happened. I know that I haven't always been involved in everything that's been going on in Unsig land, but I hope that this is a helpful contribution. All right, y'all. Be in touch. We'll talk soon.